there will be a flood of light. This year, 2025, it will be like another great flood that we've seen that has taken out civilizations of the past, Atlantis, where that flood was a flood of water and people lost their lives in the drowning, right? The drowning will be in your own shit, because this flood of light will be so strong that if you are sitting in a lower consciousness, you won't survive. Why am I sharing this? Obviously, I was a coach, 7 years, working with the mind, trying to coach you to overcome these limiting beliefs that you have, overcome the blocks that you have. And the thing is that these blocks all sit energetically. Everything is energy, your energy, the universe is energy, and it's just about creating flow. And during Crack the Matrix, we talked into a radically different way, the way that I'm calling the new earth way, where there's no pushing and forcing, right? There's no pushing. I'm not going to push you to change your limiting beliefs. If you are in flow with the universe and everything's energy, then life is helping you each day to overcome these areas of resistance. These areas of resistance are sitting energetically in your body, whether it is in your chakras or another energetic center. And by coming away from the mind and coming back into connection with the body, you can actually begin to resolve these blocks yourself really powerfully in a way that I call ritual magic. It is a practice that I've been using since 2021, since I actually had to overcome a very deep trauma, and where I started to see even faster shifts in my life, right? I coined this the miracle frequency, switching this miracle frequency on, where miracles just become your daily flow of life. Now, what I didn't realize was the downside, offshoot. This higher consciousness puts another pair of goggles on, or takes a pair of goggles off. You can't look at your life in the same way from a higher consciousness as you did from your lower consciousness. It's not about surviving anymore. It's not about reacting. It's about response ability. We talked deeply into response ability as superhumans in Crack the Matrix last week. Perhaps I should share, some clips around that to help you to see how you can change your approach to making change in your external world. It is not about trying to change the external world. It is about changing your internal state, empowering yourself to do that, remembering the ancient wisdom, the consciousness technology that sits in your body to do that, and working with it. This is what frequency medicine is. It is about working with this ancient wisdom in your body, right? So I'm sharing this because when we react to certain things in our daily life, right, something happens and you have an instant reaction, which is programmed from your blueprint of belief. There is an energy behind how you react. And when you have a thinking relationship with life, right, so if you think your way through your days, you think about what you're going to do, you think about how you're going to overcome your obstacles, you think about how you're going to navigate the risks and the things that you have fear about. Actually, this is all fear-based energy. When you come into a meditative relationship with life, and again, we talked a lot about this at the summit, and I'll share some clips, you're actually in this beautiful space, in this divine flow, in this harmonic resonance, when there's no challenge to overcome, there's no block to get through, nothing's working against you. You don't have to think about anything because you are in deep trust and you are in absolute full surrender. And when anything shows up in your world, you come into the heart space and you respond from there. Now, when you come into the heart space and you respond from there, you respond in a very beautiful, resonant frequency, right? That pours out from you which is part of this universal flow of energy, which is also in a resonant harmony, a harmonic resonance, I should say. And harmony flows back to you. Abundance flows back to you. Everything's perfect, right? And it's beautiful. It is truly a life of miracles, but not only miracles, alignment, right? This life that is flowing to you is the life that was always meant for you, because it's coming from soul, and your heart is the gateway to your soul. When I was living through my fears that were created by my trauma, by my childhood, by my upbringing, by societal conditioning, by programming, I wasn't in alignment with who I truly am, right? So I'm back to this beautiful place of authenticity, and I create from there. So this radically different, my phone just vibrated, way of life is about coming away from the mind and learning in every moment to be in this beautiful harmonic resonance. And there's lots of ways that we can do this. We shared lots of them in the summit last week. We had 9 revolutionary speakers, and the replays are available of this incredible summit. Each session goes deep into what you can actually do on a daily basis to change your way of being, to change your state of being, and how you stay aware of your state and shift your state when it goes out of harmonic resonance. How we start to clear some of these energetic blocks without the mind involved at all. It is simply in your energy, and it is about consciousness, and it's about shifting to a higher consciousness. And from this higher consciousness, you live differently anyway, right? And you attract differently. You're becoming magnetic. Fear energy pushes what you want away. When you react from a fear place, you're actually pushing away whatever it is you're trying to manifest, whether that's a shift in your income, a shift in your relationship, the love of your life, more happiness. You're just pushing it all away from you. But when you are in harmonic resonance, it's like a pull, right? It's like this beautiful attraction. You're a magnet. But we want to be magnetizing the shit that is an actual match to you, which means you need to know you, right? And the beautiful, again, another offshoot. Yes, there's a kind of downside. There is that higher consciousness where you get to see things differently. You get to see how you are the creator of everything. So you get to see your shadow side, right? You get to see some of the beliefs that you have that aren't serving you, some of the things that you believe about yourself that are not loving you, and you get to stop abandoning yourself. You get to start seeing where you have abandoned yourself because you have fears related to money, or you have fears related to being loved, or you have whatever fear it is at all that has made you abandon who you truly are and not shine your light. Summit was all about the light, the vision that I had actually, that there will be a flood of light this year, 2025. It will be like another great flood that we've seen that has taken out civilizations of the past, Atlantis, where that flood was a flood of water and people lost their lives in the drowning, right? The drowning will be in your own shit, because this flood of light will be so strong that if you are sitting in a lower consciousness, you won't survive. Now, what's interesting is that I shared about this at Crack the Matrix last week. Again, I'll share a clip. I should get these clips out and running. And then a Dolores Cannon video popped up on my Instagram where she's saying exactly the same thing.
We're going to be going into a totally different dimension by raising the frequencies and vibrations of the earth. It will shift into a new dimension. And this is the greatest show on earth, because they said all the beings and all the universes are watching, because this has never happened to in any universe anywhere, that an entire planet will shift into a new dimension. And when this happens, it's like two earths, as though they split. The old earth is left behind with all the negativity and all the chaos, and the new earth separates, and it will be totally new and beautiful. Now, those who have raised the vibrations and frequencies of their bodies will shift into the new earth. And a lot of this is happening right now. A lot of people are feeling this in their bodies because they are having physical symptoms they can't explain. This is happening as the body shifts and changes the vibrations and frequencies of the body. The frequencies can't be changed immediately because it would be too damaging to the body. The body couldn't handle it. It would die. So it has to be done in steps, slowly.
So what I prophesied, what I envisaged, what I felt in my body about this light energy that is coming in, that those of us that are able to hold the light, we will thrive. Those who cannot hold the light, they will drown. And Dolores Cannon was saying exactly the same thing. I loved that. I thought, wow, we're channeling from the same place. This is truth, right? This is the shift, the new earth shift. This is what we are seeing this year. We are seeing light into those cracks of darkness that are blowing them open. We are seeing people held accountable for the shit that's gone on in the last 3 years. We are seeing the truth come through. We are seeing the conspiracies being shown as absolute solid fact, right? That light is flooding in, and those in the lower consciousness, you won't survive. So now is about shifting to this higher consciousness. Crack the matrix. I showed you how. One of our talks last week was called Rising from the Ashes. It was one of my own students of my Quantum Leap coaching method that I teach people. When I had my multi-six-figure coaching business and I was changing lives via coaching, that was the method that I used. And I actually certified people to use it. And she is one of the beautiful people who has come through. I've known her for a very long time. I've seen where she's come from, and I've seen how this stuff has changed her life. And having experienced it herself, she now wants to help others, right? So she talked. Rising from the Ashes was her talk, and she talked about breath work. You know, how this somatic approach was the thing, which is what we do in the Quantum Leap method. We basically help you understand the mind so you can let the mind go and let the body do what it's meant to do. So she talked about breath work. Breath work is another incredibly powerful ritual magic that can help you to connect to who you truly are and clear these blocks energetically without the mind being involved, as you know how to use it now, right? We use the mind in breathwork, neurosomatic breathwork, but it's an entirely different experience, use of the mind that is very powerful, that connects you to super consciousness, higher consciousness, that helps you to see what is possible and feel like it's already happened, which is the essence of manifestation, right? So go deeper into this work because it really is life-changing.